What is going on, my friends? Welcome to another great episode of the Arrington Gavin Show. I'm your guy, Arrington Gavin, and yes, you are tuning into the show, your go-to spots for sharp insights, bold opinions, unfiltered takes on the biggest stories of the day, whether it's politics, pop culture, sports, or the latest buzz. We're diving deep and keeping it real. So do me a favor, kick back, stay informed, and get ready to join another great conversation. Look, so great to be joining you all once again. We have been, it's been a busy period. It's election season. The year is almost over. But it's almost ish in a sense, right? Because what are we in? We're September. I feel like September will be finished before you know it. But yes, I'm just so hyped and excited to always join you here on the program. For those who are just now tuning into the Arrington Gavin Show, I thank you. For those who are constant supporters and listeners of the program, I thank you even more. Please share it to the masses. This show is not going anywhere. We are a very independent, grassroots, unbiased program. We bring new episodes to you weeknights, available via podcasts or streaming services like YouTube. Our YouTube channel is R Smooth Club Media, and our Rumble. If you're a Rumble subscriber, you can check us out at the Arrington Gavin Show on Rumble. And you can also listen to this program to one of our newest affiliates, WDJY 99.1 FM out of Dallas, Georgia. Straight talk, my friends, as well as WDJYFM.com. You can tune into the program weeknights at 11 p.m. on WDJY 99.1 FM. So we have a lot to impact on this show today. Let's see, what do we have on the chopping block? Of course, I'll follow you up with some more latest news when it comes to the 2024 presidential race. Also, I'm going to be bringing on a new segment. I'm going to kind of test out movie reviews, because one thing I love, guys, is a good movie. See, my wife, she's more on the TV show. She can binge watch a TV show, likewise especially if it's one I really enjoy, but she prefers watching TV shows than movies. I'm a movie buff. I like all different genres of movies and films. A perfect day for me, my phone is off, and I'm just binge watching movies, whether it's old films, and when I mean old, because I'm 29, when I mean old, I'm talking like 90s films, early 2000s, maybe even late 80s films. But I rarely watch black and white films. I do. One of my favorite black and white films actually is what was it? To Kill a Mockingbird. Yeah, that's one of my favorite ones. And the old Gatsby movie, Great Gatsby movie. So there is some films that I do enjoy that's black and white. Then there was one old horror, it was more like a suspense movie called Baby Jane. I don't know if y'all remember that movie, Baby Jane. But I like a good, old movie. But I wanted to include this because I've said it many a times with conversation with my friends. I feel as though American films are slacking. I feel like they're losing ideas when it comes to bringing some new age, new content. Right now, I know a lot of directors and writers, they feed off of what's happening in the public eye, right? They feed of what they see. Sometimes there's just people that just like to play it safe, and it's like, okay, let's make a typical action film. Let's make a typical horror film. Let's make a typical suspense film, drama, romance, rom-coms. Like, you see the typical same old films, but then you see some rare projects like I don't know. Well, this is not a movie per se, but a Squid Games. If Squid Game was a movie, it would be something like very unique, right? It's always on people. You keeping the people on their feet, right? You never focused, or you never lose focus. You just glued to the TV screen. Like, what's gonna happen next? Because a lot of times, man, I'm not gonna lie, I'm guilty. I want to already make my predictions of how the film will end, and if I struggle and never see it coming, I'm like, damn, this was a really good film. Okay, they did a great job explaining this, and really with the the turn of events and things like that. So I'm excited to bring on this new segment. It's just going to be called Movie Review. It's going to be our movie. I'm working on a name. Going to be working on some theme music to get you started for it, but we're going to bring that as well as we're still going to do our fun fact of the day. Don't worry, we haven't gave up on that yet. And it's funny, I got like a lot of dog pictures on my phone right now because I was looking at like a what do you call it, adoption sites for dogs. And my wife was like, oh my gosh, don't tell me you're winning another one already. So we have one dog right now, Carter, and Carter is a Cavachon. He's a mixed breed between a King Cavalier Charles Spaniel and a Bichon Frise, and he is a big bundle of joy. We love him to death. He'll be 2 in December, and it's like I'm already talking with my friends that have multiple dogs. Like, oh, what's the perfect age I should get a second one? Because I would love, if my wife and I are at work, we sometimes will take Carter to a local like doggy daycare place. But then if we also sometimes will keep him home, and I just don't want to always keep him by himself. I feel bad keeping him by himself. I take him to work with me. Sometimes when he was a puppy, I took him pretty regularly with me, but it's just now the older he gets, it's like, oh my gosh. And the more the work piles up, it's like, I can't bring him with me at all the time. Right. So I would love to have him with some company. So I really will, two max as far as for the dog. So I'm just been looking at other dogs on my phone. And yeah, so that's me right now. That's me. What else do we have? What do we have going on? Okay, so my boy Nick Cannon, entrepreneur, rapper, comedian, actor, all around businessman, multiple baby mamas, and he keeps it real. Nick Cannon says he likes natural booty. Okay, he ain't for them BBLs. So we're gonna talk about it here on the program. Also, guess who's bringing Krabby Patties to a store near you? I'll tell you that a little later on in the program. Also, an CNBC host grills anti-Trump supporter for basically not choosing to vote really for anybody. And so he grills them, and we're going to play that soundbite for you a little later on. Also in the show, 49ers rookie. The gentleman's name is Ricky Pearsall, I believe his name is. Ricky Pearsall. This guy shot in the chest, and guess what, y'all? This was recent, by the way. He's recovered. He will only be missing 4 games of the season. 4 games this season, this upcoming football season. What the Lord had his hands on him, and it will be truly remarkable to see how he will play, his rookie year. So talk a little more within the program. You are listening to the Arrington Gavin Show. Again, I'm your guy, Arrington Gavin. Before we move forward, I got to acknowledge some of our proud supporters of the Arrington Gavin Show, like Rugged Evolution Beard Care, an all-natural men's grooming line that offers 17 scented beard balms, beard oils, conditioning shampoos, you name it, everything you need to help enhance your facial hair care needs. That's right. A lot of you guys out there, I see you new to the not even just the beard community, but the facial hair care community, right? So you're gonna need a product to help make sure it's well maintained, smelling good, looking good, making sure the skin underneath the hair is taken care of. Rugged Evolution is that product for you. So do me a favor, my friends, go ahead and check out RuggedEvo.com. Again, the website is www.ruggedevo.com. You can follow them on all social media platforms, and you can also follow them on I've already said social media platforms, and they have just a lot of great products. So yes, please grab some products for that special man in your life with facial hair, and you will enjoy the products that you will have. I guarantee you, my friends. Let's see here. We're gonna take a commercial break. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, we'll start off with our fun fact of the day, and then we'll move on to a new segment, our movie review segment. So don't go anywhere, my friends. You are listening to the Arrington Gavin Show.
Just like a winning team evolves throughout the season, so does your beard. I'm Arrington Gavin, proud CEO of Rugged Evolution Beard Care. With our premium oils, balms, and grooming tools, it's everything you need to level up your beard game. Whether you're a seasoned pro or a rookie, Rugged Evolution is the new smooth. Order now and dominate the beard game like never before. Rugged Evolution Beard Care, because every beard deserves to be legendary.
All right, my friends, welcome back to the Arrington Gavin Show. I'm your guy, Arrington Gavin. So we're going to get it started with our fun fact of the day. Fun fact of the day. Fun fact of the day. So did you know that apple pie isn't actually American? Almost had an episode there. Didn't see that coming. Apple pie is not actually American. Let me explain why. So next time you're calling something as American as apple pie, you might want to consider the fact that neither apple pies nor apples originally came from America. So it says here that apples are in fact native to Asia, for one, and the first recorded recipe for apple pie was actually written in England. Oh my goodness. I am so, oh my, I am just, I feel lied to. I really do. I can see me right now. Now that's a lie. That is as American as it get, good apple pie. Don't you lie about my history. Don't you lie about my American history. Sorry. It's true. So I love apple pie, by the way. I can eat that for breakfast, lunch, dinner, dessert, you name it. I love apple pie. I love apple pie. And see, I'm one of those guys. I love my desserts like chilled. Like I like it in the refrigerator. So whenever I get like apple pie or a sweet potato pie, boom, I'm putting that bad boy right in the refrigerator. And I'm going ham on that, man. Shout out to my mother-in-law, Miss Carmen Bowles. She made some amazing apple pies this past weekend. My wife and I, we were in South Carolina visiting my in-laws and had a great time. Cousins was in town and aunts, and we just had an awesome time shooting pool, talking politics, right? Agreeing to disagree, but that's how families are. Playing cornhole and just enjoying ourselves. But I had me some apple pie, homemade. Shout out to the mother-in-law, and with some vanilla ice cream. It was delicious. It was delicious. So yes, that was our fun fact of the day, brought to you by the Arrington Gavin Show. Look, next up, I want to move on to another segment, a very new one. Hold on, let me try and get like a grand entrance with it. Let me try and find a let me see if this is gonna be a good little entrance music. How we like this right here? All right, that's an option. That's an option. That's an option right there. Okay, so we're gonna start our new segment, movie review. Right? I'm working on the title, y'all. Bear with me. It's not gonna just be called movie review, but it's gonna be Arrington's movie. How about that? Arrington's movie review. There we go. That's what I'm gonna call it. Arrington's movie review. So on today's Arrington's movie review, we're gonna bring up the movie called The Deliverance. Okay, this film is called The Deliverance. Let me go ahead and, for those who are watching right now, I want to give you guys an image of what the cover of it looks like. The Deliverance stars music artist Andrea Day. I don't know if you guys can see. There we go. Get a little closer with that. There we go. Audrey Day, Glen Close, Monique, as well as, let me grab the Anjanou Ellis Taylor. Great film, by the way. Great film. So this is a Lee Daniels film, by the way, inspired by a true story. And let me go ahead and give you kind of like the background behind this. I'm not gonna read the full. I'm trying to give you a good, like, just small. It says here the character Ebony Jackson is a mother of 3. She has an oldest teen son, preteen daughter, and then the youngest son. The 4 has just moved into a new home, their 3rd in a short time frame. They are joined by Ebony's elderly mother, Alberta, who has cancer. Unbeknownst to Alberta, her insurance stopped covering treatment to prevent and change to lesser care facility. Ebony has been paying for treatment out of her own pocket. This has put her in so many, other, in the area of multiple expenses that she has not covered, sending it into collections. So I'll give you a little bit of this film that, that I've just by giving you my point of view on this one. So Lee Daniels, you probably, heard him with the projects of Precious, The Butler. I know he's worked behind Empire. Very successful individual, by the way. Like, he has some amazing films. He did not too long ago, I believe it was called The Reader. That was almost like a comeback film for Monique, because at the time him and Monique was not on talking terms, and he publicly apologized, and now he's a proud supporter of Monique. Let's see, Shadowboxer, Precious, The Paperboy, The Butler, I've mentioned, The United States versus Billie Holiday, Monsters Ball, The Woodsman, Tennessee Pimp, Concrete Cowboy, and he's also co-created and co-executive produced Empire and Star. So he has a hell of a portfolio, right? But it was very unique when I saw this lineup, because Audrey Day is known for, I'll rise up. Like, she's a great artist. But The United States versus Billie Holiday, if I'm not mistaken, was her acting debut that was very successful. It was nominated for a lot of awards, and it was doing really great. As far as Monique, obviously, Monique is a successful actress. Hell, she has an Oscar. She has multiple NAACP Image Award, Image Awards. And of course, Glen Close. I mean, come on, see, Glen Close is like my childhood because of Cruella de Vil. I've seen her in, that's really the main movies I've seen her in, or movies. But she's done multiple other films, and she has a career expanding. I mean, wow, I'm looking at her resume: 3 Primetime Emmys, 3 Tonys, 3 Golden Globes, and 8 nominations for Academy Awards and 3 Grammys. I mean, it doesn't get more successful than that. Okay, I'll just be honest. So her career is quite spectacular. So when I heard that Glen Close and Monique was gonna be working. I'm like, holy crap, this is gonna be interesting. But what's even more interesting is the character, in my opinion, that Glen Close played. She played a white mother from the hood. Okay. Like, I mean, and she spewed out like you go to more of a urban black neighborhood in, you know, in the lower income areas, and you see a white lady, big hoops, you know, changing her wig every time, only like brothers, and she has a black daughter. Like, it was very interesting seeing her play that role, because it's something that you've never seen Glenn Close in. Monique did a great job. She had a supporting role, but played a great job. It was just a great film. I say all that to say, the score that I would personally give this film, I'll say a good 6 out of 10. The reason, because it was how do I put it? Again, this was based on a true story. I will say that it's on Netflix currently right now. The Deliverance. I'll give it a 6. I'll give it a 6 out of 10 on all around, like, the film. As far as individual performances, that's a whole nother conversation. But it was a theme that was very familiar. Okay, a mother, single mother, broke, alcoholic, hates the world, and her mom, who basically had the same upbringing as her but worse, finally turned her way to the Lord. Still kind of dressing pretty ratchet, and, you know, still has those tactics, but she's really trying to do better, and it continues to encourage her. Like, it was a story that you were familiar with. The only difference was it turned into more of like a black exorcist movie, in a sense. It really did. But it was great. I will say it was really really good. I can read you some of the responses and reception that they received. Okay, so I've mentioned about how Rotten Tomatoes score, but hey, they are one of the top tier reviewers. Says here that Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 30% of 56 critics. Reviews are positive, and average rating, hell, they gave them a 4.9 out of 10. See, I did a lot better. The website consensus reads Lee Daniels foray into horror works best when it leans into the melodramatic preoccupations, but it fails to deliver the exorcism goods. So again, to me, that's what I got. Exorcist all, and maybe it wasn't as gory as the average exorcist movie is, but it was quite, it was spooky. I mean, for those who are not into horror movies, you would definitely still be jumping away from the table, and like jumping away from the TV, and it had those moments. Now, Metacritic, which uses a weighted average assigned the film to score 38 out of 100. Woo! Based on 16 critics, indicating generally unfavorable reviews. So maybe I'm giving them a huge pat on the back. I mean, do I think it was an upgrade for Glen Close as an actress to do this film? I think it showed her versatility. Now again, I can't disrespect and say, oh, she was on a low budget film. You had a award-winning director and writer. You were acting amongst Oscar winners, Grammy winners. All of them had it was a spectacular cast, but again, the film all around was just could have been better. So I again will say, would I recommend you guys check it out? Absolutely. Give me your review on this film. What would you think that this movie would what would you grade this film? I'm curious. I really am curious, and would appreciate you all to, leave it in the comments if you're watching this film, or you can DM me at on our Instagram page at the Arrington Gavin Show. Anything or everything, I truly appreciate it. But I was interesting really seeing Glenn Close playing that that hood, that one white girl in the hood role. Like she was that girl. As I continue on this story, because instead of digressing from the movie review, it actually ties me into another story I want to bring up, because the director Lee Daniels is facing some criticism because he's being slammed after claiming a white character displayed a fabric of the black community. Okay. In a recent post on X, formerly known as Twitter, the filmmaker promoted the release of his new film, and he thanked actress Glen Close for her portrayal, of her character Alberta. The post has since sparked criticism after Lee Daniels said Glen Close character represents a fabric of the black community. He wrote, let me pull this up. Let's see. He wrote, every black person knows in Alberta. She's part of the fabric of our community, but we've never seen her on screen before. And then he thanked Glen Close for bringing her magnificently to life. You know what? I don't see the issue. Honestly, I really don't. Like, I feel as though a lot of people are, I think people are frustrated because, like most filmmakers, they bring you the truth of what exists in our world, right? So to criticize him for making that statement, I think is BS, because, okay, let me check it out. One person comment, I'm not gonna say the name, but it said a white woman is part of the fabric of our community, question mark. And then another person said fabric of whose community? Fabric of whose community? Who is our? Now, I think people are finding offensive that Lee Daniels is assuming that the majority of the black communities are in rough areas and living on rough times, right? But again, if I go to any neighborhood or any I'll say any low income, not even just a predominantly black, but any low income neighborhood, you're gonna find multiple races. You might have one ethnicity as the majority and one solo ethnicity, right? Now, I've obviously, you're telling me you've never seen a white lady that talk with some soul, big hoop earrings, loud makeup, like you never seen anybody, you never seen that. Because again, I've seen them. I know they exist. Okay. Like, just like, don't act like you haven't seen it. And I don't think, again, Lee Daniels is being offensive, but that is reality. That's people do exist in communities, in low income, especially in urban communities, that are like are have low income, right? They exist. So I think she played a hell of a role and replication. I don't think she was being offensive or offensive at all. I mean, that's just me. But I think people are overreacting. But I thought it was an interesting conversation to bring in, because Lee Daniels is about uniqueness with his films, right? Changing the narrative, giving you, again, a bite out of reality. This exists. This is reality. So I thought it was pretty interesting, and it was a role. It was a role that I've never seen Glen Close ever play. So again, that film is called The Deliverance. It's currently on Netflix. Be sure to check it out, my friends. It's quite interesting. Again, my review on it was a 6 out of 10. Maybe I'm being a little generous compared to those hefty reviews I just read from those other top tier movie review companies. But hey, look, coming from me, I'll give it a 6. I'll at least be nice. I'll give it a 6. I'll give it a 6. Let's see right here. Look, my friends, if you want to enjoy a great beverage time, if you want to add a new spirit to your bar collection, I highly recommend Ingenious Gin. Ingenious Gin is a Black-owned, veteran-owned gin brand with a change of with a unique spin of the original gin. This rose gold, amazing gin. I tell you, I'm a bourbon and whiskey guy, but there's only one gin that I highly recommend, and that's Ingenious Gin. You can have it neat. You can have it on the rocks. It's great in cocktails. It's just a great, smooth drink. So, hey, for all you gin connoisseurs out there, add this bottle to your collection. You can go to your local Spirit or ABC stores, depending on what state you're in, or you can visit them online at www.ingeniousgin.com. Again, that's www.ingeniousgin.com. If you happen to be watching this, I have a 20% off QR code displayed at the bottom of the screen. Oh, there we go. Right there. So be sure to type that in at checkout and you'll get 20% off your purchase. So again, I want to thank Ingenious Gin for being proud supporters of the Arrington Gavin Show. Wouldn't be able to do it without them. When we come back, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll have more here on the Arrington Gavin Show. Don't go anywhere, my friends.
Become a man of distinction with Rugged Evolution Beard Care. Order our scented beard oils and beard balms to help you maintain and grow the perfect beard. Order today. Try our men's care products like the full body exfoliating cleansing bars, body wash, smooth stash, and more. Log on to our website or download our app to place your orders. Rugged Evolution Beard Care. We're your luxury but affordable men's care line. And remember,
rugged is the new smooth.
All right, guys, welcome back to the show. Look, next up on the program, man, this is what a remarkable story, man. So 49ers rookie Ricky Pearsall, this man was recently gunned down. He was shot in let's see here, he was involved in a robbery that ended up him getting shot in the chest, and he's already left the hospital. He's walking, and he's expected to miss only 4 games this season. 4 games this season. I mean, wow. Says here this happened August 31st of this year. A 17-year-old in Tracy, California, male allegedly attempting to steal Pearsall's Rolex watch. Shot him in the chest. The robbery occurred in the afternoon in Union Square in San Francisco. Wow. He was reportedly en route to an autograph signing event. There was a struggle for the gun, and both Pearsall and the suspect were shot. He was released from the hospital, as I mentioned, the next day after his condition was upgraded from serious to fair. Once again, all I have to say is that man got to be a believer. The angels was hovering over him. The prayer warriors were hovering over him, because this man is a rookie. He's only 23 years old. He is expected to live his lifelong dream as an NFL star and to one of the most premier franchises in NFL history, in the San Francisco 49ers. What is awesome about this is one thing I've caught, and the most, like, okay, set aside from this horrific event that occurred, the player, and I'm blanking on his name right now, but he was the I believe it was strong safety that played with the Buffalo Bills that had oh man, he had I am oh my goodness, cardiac arrest. Wow, I couldn't get that word out. Cardiac arrest during the game. He was out for for the season. He returned back and he's playing again. And it's just it just blows my mind. And again, we have some amazing doctors out here. Kudos to the doctors out there in San Francisco, California, for basically giving this individual another chance at life, and on top of that, the chance to still compete this season. Now, I beg to differ. Him, especially him being a first round draft pick, I think his if I was a smart man, right, especially if he already has guaranteed contract, then I would just let him exercise, let him work out with us, right? But sit out. I'm scared for impact on that, on that spot, right? And obviously they got the best doctors, especially in the NFL, for those NFL franchises. So we will see. But remember that name, Ricky Pearsall Jr. Ricky Pearsall Jr. Number 14 for the San Francisco 49ers. He's a wide receiver. And yeah, he's expected to make a speedy recovery. And we will see. We will see. So glad to see you doing well, Ricky. Glad to see you doing well. All right, let's move on to our next story of the day. Yes, as I mentioned earlier, Nick Cannon likes him some natural booty. Okay, he liked that natural booty. And you know what? I'm not. I mean, what can I say? I'm not mad at him. Who doesn't like a good natural booty? I mean, I'm just saying. Like, I check out my wives all the time, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Okay, sorry. Family show. Not really. This is after hours, ladies and gents. So it's gonna get pretty freaky on here. But Nick Cannon, who is again quite a successful individual, a household name, films, comedy shows, entrepreneur success. I mean, all around just talented, successful individual, recently said that, hey, look, I'd rather have natural. He says BBLs are hard and feel like basketballs. Says here, reading off of the Jasmine brand, that the father of 12 says he likes the woman all natural. Now, during the latest episode of Nick Cannon's Pop Culture Podcast, We Playing Spades, the 43-year-old, his co-host Courtney B, and TikTok stars Raymonte and Davy Bad, took a moment to discuss how men truly feel about Brazilian butt lifts before the conversation shifted to something else. He asked the Drumline star, and about how do he feel about BBLs. Obviously, I mentioned how he feels how he feels about them. Look, I'm with him on that. Now, I can't lie. I mean, obviously they look nice, right? I mean, hey, I'm a guy. What can I say? I'm like, oh, that looks nice, but once it's theirs. I've never dated a female with. I don't know any females at all that has fake booties. Now, I've definitely seen some fake ones walk by. You can some of them just look abnormal, like they look weird, like disgusting. And y'all seen it on social media too. Come on, this is a social media society. We've all seen the bad botch booties and all that other stuff. But it's like, what message, right? What is the message? Are we encouraging? No need to work out. No need to just be proud of the body that you have. No, go to surgery, and get, like, what do they even put in them? Like he said, they're hard and they feel like basketballs. What is put in BBLs? Like, they got off the market ones, the black market ones, and all that other jazz. It's weird. It's just weird. It's crazy how cosmetic surgery has continued to elevate in our society, in my opinion. You've gone from just a simple Botox, from a simple facelift, to Brazilian butt lift, to ab implants, to bicep implants, to shoulder implants, to everything is implanted. Nothing is real now. Nothing is real. I think they got a guy called the Human Ken doll. Everything is fake on his body. Everything. And he wants more. Are you kidding me? You want more? Like, dude, chill on the surgeries. But this is one thing I will say, and Nick Cannon has been around. He's messed with a lot of women. Alrighty, he's messed with a lot of females. So, I will agree with Mr. Cannon that yes, who doesn't like it natural? I'm team natural all the way. Good job, Nick. Good job. You did good, sir. You did good. All righty, how we looking with time? Look, we're going to take another quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere, my friends. You are listening to the Arrington Gavin Show, and I am your host, Arrington Gavin. Hope you're enjoying. And before we move forward, another proud supporter of the Arrington Gavin Show I'd like to mention, Mr. Bernardo Johnson. That's right, Bernardo's Menswear. Couldn't do it without him. If you want to keep yourself looking swagged out from head to toe with some great threads, business casual, formal, custom, you name it, he has all the things and accessories included. Including and shoes, the whole 9 yards. So check his store out. If you happen to be in the Hampton Roads, Virginia area, you can check his store out in person, located on the first floor in the MacArthur Mall in the heart of downtown Norfolk. First floor, Bernardo's Menswear. Or you can shop online to www.bernardomenswear.com. Again, that website is www.bernardomenswear.com. Don't go anywhere, my friends. We are the Arrington Gavin Show. I don't know where I was going with that. We will be back. All right, we will be back. So don't go anywhere.
Just like a winning team evolves throughout the season, so does your beard. I'm Arrington Gavin, proud CEO of Rugged Evolution Beard Care. With our premium oils, balms, and grooming tools, it's everything you need to level up your beard game. Whether you're a seasoned pro or a rookie, Rugged Evolution is the new smooth. Order now and dominate the beard game like never before. Rugged Evolution Beard Care, because every beard deserves to be legendary.
What's happening, y'all? What's happening? So check this out, man. Check this out. You won't believe who is now going to be featuring Krabby Patties. That's right, Krabby Patties, the infamous, delicious sandwich that was still on to this day. SpongeBob, Krabby Patties, Mr. Krabs. Come on, I think was it just called Krabs or Mr. Krabs? I forgot what the name of the restaurant was, but it's true. The Krabby Patties are coming to a restaurant near you, and it is coming to dun 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 dun. Drum roll, please. It's coming to Wendy's, y'all. Wendy's has announced that they will be bringing on Krabby Patties to their menu next month. It says here, Wendy's is reportedly coming out with a Krabby Patty burger, an item made famous by being sold at the Krusty Krab. That's what it's called, the Krusty Krab on Nickelodeon SpongeBob SquarePants. What appears to be an internal Wendy's memo dated, let's see, has sparked talk of the offering. The memo states that items would become available really starting in October, celebrating of the 25th anniversary of SpongeBob SquarePants as part of the promotion with Paramount, which owns the franchise that will be available to consumers in the United States, Canada, and Guam. Now, also, the memo told a Krabby Patty meal. The burger itself is described as a premium cheeseburger with Wendy's fresh, never frozen beef, topped with fresh produced and secret Krabby Patty sauce, capturing the magic of the iconic fictional sandwich for the SpongeBob fans. Unfortunately, there's no jellyfish in sight. Ha ha ha! Very funny, very funny. As part of the meal, Wendy's will also introduce a pineapple under the sea Frosty in honor of the SpongeBob's home. The Frosty is made with our signature vanilla frosting swirled with pineapple mango puree, offering a first of its kind dessert experience for fans of all ages. Now, the interesting thing about this is that why are they saying all this stuff like Wendy's is like a gourmet spot? Wendy's is, I personally can't stand Wendy's. I'm gonna try the sandwich, but I really wish it was gonna be like a little Krabby Patty or something, like an actual crab cake sandwich or something. That's what I thought. They're talking about it's still gonna be beef, never frozen beef. It's a fast food chain. That whole never frozen beef crap, I never believed. It's still processed. It's still processed. But hey, they're gonna be having the Krabby Patty. Pretty cool. Woohoo. Check it out. Let me know what you think about it. Let me know if the Krabby Patty sauce, what does it taste like? It's probably gonna taste like I don't know, some I feel like they all have the similar sauce. Like you got the Chick-fil-A sauce, you have was it Cane's has like their orange sauce. I mean, I feel like everybody just jazzes up the same exact sauce. Seriously. You tell me y'all all got that orange special sauce. All your restaurants, what's the difference between yours? Was it like, come on, don't give me that. Don't give me that. Let's see how we're looking with time. Let's see here. What I want to do is bring up on our next story. CNBC host apparently grills an anti-Trump Republican on not voting for Harris or Trump. He quotes, "It is a binary choice." Now, let me go ahead and find this soundbite for you guys. As I'm pressing with time is always against me. Let me just tell you that right now. It is always against me, but we're going to make it happen, my friends. Alrighty. Give me 1 second. I think I have that soundbite for you. And I'm actually hungry right now. Maybe I need to order me one of those Krabby Patties. I'm starting to make me hungry. I wonder what's for dinner tonight. I'm gonna ask my wife, what is for dinner? Probably one of the hardest questions to always ask. Hey, what's for dinner? Let me see here. Is it up there yet? Here we go. There we go.
Race. You know, you guys like Paul Ryan that tell me. I mean, you give me a list of reasons why Kamala Harris would be the worst thing to ever happen, but still won't vote for.
Oh, hold on, guys. Having a little bit of technical difficulties. Well, looks like I'm gonna have some issues bringing up that video, but it says here that former Republican Senator Pat Toomey of Pennsylvania took heat from CNBC host Joe Kernan recently for defending his decision to not support either presidential candidate this November. Now, the Squawk Boss host claimed Toomey was essentially giving a vote to Vice President Harris because the election was a binary choice. Now, Detroit Republicans give me a list of reasons why Kamala would be the worst thing to ever happen, but still won't vote for Trump. And saying something like, well, it's not really a vote for Harris, and it's not really, I just can't, Kernan said. Now, says here, Senator Toomey, who retired at the end of 2020, said he supported Trump in 2016 and 2020 elections, but the former president lost his support after January 6 attacks on the Capitol. January 6, excuse me, on the Capitol. And now in 2021, he voted to convict Trump during his second impeachment. Toomey didn't run for re-election in 2022, and his seat was won by Democratic John Fetterman that year. Toomey told Kernan, now, when you lose an election, you try to overcome the results so that you can stay in power. You lose me. You lose me at that point. So you prefer Kamala Harris. Now, Kernan asked, the two talked over each other. I acknowledge that the outcome is a binary situation, but my choice is not. Okay. I have the choice, and you and I just are just going to disagree on this. Toomey defended his position. He then continued to press the Republican, asking if he would support Trump. The election came down to just one vote. It's an unacceptable position for me to say that either of the candidates can be my choice, Toomey replied. Now, he also said it's just going to be one or the other, Kernan said, reminding Toomey of the massive tax increase under Harris's economic plan. Toomey said he wasn't supporting Harris either. He said Harris' choice of Minnesota Governor Ross as her running mate was proof the left wing was running the Democratic Party. I always laugh when they always say stuff like that. So I won't continue to read this. I'll read a little more on this conversation on the next show. But before we leave, because I see I'm having almost running out of time, I wanted to bring up this story that I thought was quite interesting. And that's about a former CNN host, familiar face that's actually coming back to the program. Let me go ahead and bring that up for you guys before we end it off. I'm checking out my time. I tell you, man, it's hard to unpack all this stuff within this hour. If you don't remember the name, hope this can kind of recollect the face. Brian Stelter. He used to host the show Reliable Sources on CNN. He was eventually let go. Show was canceled, and he is now returned to CNN as chief media analyst and also Reliable Sources newsletter author. Says here, Stelter departed CNN in 2022 when Chris Leached, I think that's how you pronounce his last name, Licht, Leached, was the CEO and canceled his Sunday show, Reliable Sources. He said, I'm returning to CNN in a brand new role as chief media analyst, which means I'll be appearing on air, developing digital content, and helming this newsletter. He wrote in a message posted on X, it'll be different because I am different. He added, I always scoffed at people who said getting fired was the best thing that ever happened to me until, well, it happened to me. After 20 years as a news junkie, I changed my habits and tuned out for a bit. I also changed my vantage point, moving from Manhattan to a horse farm near one of Donald Trump's golf courses. I experienced the news more like an everyday consumer, and in doing so, I learned a whole lot about the attention economy and information ecosystem. I'm looking forward to sharing what I learned with you. Stelter previously authored the newsletter and was succeeded by Oliver Darcy. Darcy recently left the network to launch his own paid subscription newsletter, Status. I'm rooting for Oliver, and as I told him personally, I think we're going to complement each other wonderfully. The newsletter will relaunch on Monday. He said Stelter also will continue to host a Vanity Fair podcast in the Hive through the end of the year. So, hey, I look at it like this: the original CNN CEO, he effed up. He really did. He was canceling shows. He was rearranging anchors, putting them in these slots. It just didn't work out. And under his watch, in my opinion, you lost hella ratings. They continued to lowered, and as much as people didn't agree with Brian Stelter, the left movement, really, they were fans of him. And at the end of the day, hey, look, he was a long time voice and had a successful show. Why mess that up? Why ruin it? And so I think I'm happy to see him back on there. It was awkward seeing him on other news platforms. I mean, he was on multiple news platforms, but now seeing him on here, I think it's more comfort. You might bring a new style. He might be the same old. Could it be a shift with the ratings? It could possibly be. But to me, Stelter never was like far left or far this, far that. He was fair, but a lot of people didn't care for him. I guess it was, due to the lack of hair he had. I don't know. The hairstyle is not a fan favorite hairstyle. I really don't know. But hey, look, some more shifts happening with CNN. They have a new comedy show coming to their weekends. They have they've signed with Roy Wood Jr., bringing on some other 2 comedians to help him out with that show, and then they also play reruns of Real Time with Bill Maher. So CNN, I think they're doing quite good. Ratings, say differently, but it will be interesting to see how they look in 2025 with their new facelift, their new lineup of shows, and the constant. I feel like the constant new look as far as just unbiased news. I think will be interesting. So, my friends, that's all I got for you today. The stuff that I meant to share with you, I will continue that tomorrow. But I hope y'all enjoyed another great conversation here on the Arrington Gavin Show. Be sure to tune into the program weeknights, available on all podcast platforms, wherever you listen to your podcast, whether that's iHeart, Spotify, you name it. Hey, wherever you listen to your podcast, as well as on the streaming platforms of YouTube and Rumble. Okay, of YouTube and Rumble. You can also follow us on Facebook as well, and follow us on our Instagram page at the Arrington Gavin Show. I'll truly appreciate that. And you can also listen to the program on our radio affiliate WDJY 99.1 FM Straight Talk weeknights at 11 p.m. as well as WDJYFM.com. Once again, my friends, it's been real. It's been good. I will see you next time. Stay blessed. Stay safe out there. Make sure you are registered to vote. If you are not, get with the program and share it with your family. Share it with your friends. If they are not registered, get their asses registered. You hear me? Get them registered. That's all I can say. It's crucial election season right now, and every vote counts. Vote for your values. Vote for peace. Vote for democracy. All right. Vote for end of division. Vote for end of division. Okay. Vote for your core values, but also just vote for world peace, man. That's all I ask of you to do. Until next time, my friends, y'all take care. Stay easy, stay blessed, stay safe. I'm out.